Hey, it's me, Flower, and I'm choking. Anyways, does anyone else remember Remeberance? But the Mlp version of it? I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched this thing in years, but it recently came back in my mind after watching Shunk's Daughter of Discord video, and it reminded me of Remeberance, so let's talk about this. You're probably wondering what even is Remeberance, because it's not really that popular, but it is pretty popular. And don't worry, I got it. Basically, it's about when Twilight turns into an alicorn, what if her friends die? Because alicorns canonically can live forever, even though that one episode with the certain baby in it, but we don't talk about that right now. In basics, the whole series is about Twilight going through this grief of losing her friends. She has Celestia, Luna, this OC insert, which I hate, Flurry Heart, and Cadence. And there is this child of Zecora that sometimes pops up in episodes, but she's not really that important, so toss her aside like the original Zecora, you know? It is kinda sad. I say kinda because some episodes just make me laugh because it's ridiculous, and then others just make me cry almost. So, you know, it has its ups and downs. There's a good bit of characters, like I said, but let's start with Twilight. Twilight Sparkle's whole character is basically she's sad because she lost her friends, so she cries a lot. So that's interesting. She does go back in time for like a few episodes, and it's a major plot point because she's trying to restore the elements of harmony to defeat the nightmare. And that's kind of her whole character. She kind of just mopes around and cries a lot, and you do feel bad for her at some points. And then there are other points where it's like, just shut the fuck up, bitch, and do what you need to do. And maybe that's harsh, but after a while watching her mope around, you get tired of it, trust me. Celestia and Luna, and they are, you know, normal. Celestia has a major plot point, so spoiler if you do want to watch this. Big spoilers about Celestia. She does give in to the nightmare, and she is the reason why the nightmare is existing and tormenting Twilight. And it's because she feels bad for turning Twilight and Cadence into alicorns, because they have to bear the grief of losing the ones they love the most. And it's really sad when you think about it, and also kind of funny because she did this to Cadence, right? It is explained in the lore that Celestia and Luna's parents experienced this grief and did this spell to bring back their old friends and family, and it went wrong and they died because of it, right? And you would think, you know, with her possibly having friends over the years and experiencing grief herself in those years, you would think she would maybe not do that, but she does anyway. And I think it's funny because she could have avoided that so easily. And it's funny because she did this twice. She made the same mistake twice. And I don't know why that's so funny to me, but it is. Luna is taking this whole thing way too seriously, I must say. I get that it's a serious issue, but when she encounters the nightmare herself, when the nightmare torments her, she goes berserk. And then, like, every waking moment she talks about it, and every waking moment her life revolves around it. And this is where I feel like the characters of Celestia and Luna fall a bit. Because they both do really stupid things, right? Like, Luna doesn't even bother to think maybe it's her sister, and maybe she should, you know, try to talk with her sister or anything. And Celestia over here, who knows of this creature's doing, who knows this creature is bad, still accepts the creature's offer, and still is sitting here like, yeah, but maybe it will be okay. Maybe if I just listen to this creature, everything will be a-okay. And it's like, she could have told her sister, and she would have been fine to listen. I don't understand Celestia at all, or Luna. They're both stupid. I hate them in this. Cadence is ridiculous because, you know, she loses her husband, right? And she doesn't take in consideration that maybe her daughter, Flurry Heart, also has, you know, trauma from that experience and has grieving issues as well. And only thinks about herself, basically, which is really weird. And then on top of that, she had to take over the Royal Guards thing, which, by the way, another spoiler alert, his death is caused by the nightmare because they needed a push to try and get into someone's head, basically. And, you know, at first you would think, oh, well, it's obviously going to be Cadence because, you know, her husband's going to die, like, or it could be Flurry Heart because her dad's going to die. But no, it stresses Celestia out because she feels guilty for turning her into an alicorn. Because Cadence is mad at her because she's an alicorn and she can't, you know, one day join him in Parture, which is stupid yet again because you signed up for this. You knew what was gonna happen. At least I hope you did, because it makes no sense otherwise. Doesn't even care about her own daughter's grief, which her daughter surprisingly is taking it well. Which, you know, I would think is a bit odd. But at the same time, when she found out, she was, like, really young, first off. And then second off, you know, she doesn't hold on to things, I guess. Because she's like, you know, Ma, maybe we should, you know, do things together and bond together. And Cadence is like, nah, I'm good. I'd rather not. I don't like it. And then Discord, he's actually pretty okay. I actually really like the series. He's really funny, and he comes in at the best times, honestly. Like, when you're really sad, you got Discord, man. But Discord also has a bit of complex, because Fluttershy, she is dead, remember? There is an episode, which is quote-unquote the last episode, but not really. The whole series isn't finished, in all technicality, by the way. But the last episode is of him finding Fluttershy's, like, journal diary thing and reading it, and that made me so sad. It made me cry. On top of that, I feel like the stupid OC insert was completely unnecessary for the whole story, because all she really does is, oh no, I have people who bully me sometimes, and they think I'm stupid, and I shouldn't deserve to be the student of Twilight Sparkle, the princess of friendship. Her and Flurry Heart's relationship is decent. I kinda hope that they are gay at the end of it all, but honestly, that's probably not going to happen, so... honestly, the art is really good. Some of it is a little, not good, and no shame on those artists. I just didn't particularly like those pieces, but they are pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie. However, on the last episode, this artist, chef's kiss, love her, or them, yeah. Honestly, though, I do kind of miss this art style. I don't know, who drew this. Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. They made the merch. That's right. There is merch of this, franchise thing, and it was all made by this artist. So, you know, go check them out if you're like me and you like this kind of art style. Yeah, also they like to give credit to all the artists, so hey, you know, good on them. Some people forget to do that. Plus, seeing as this series is still going, we're probably gonna see other new artists. And hey, if you want to be one of them, might as well go hit them up, you know? Don't harass them, but yeah, you know, definitely try to work on the series if you're interested in it like I am. And my younger self was a long time ago. Although Shunks was right in saying that you do kind of see the same pattern with these art styles. You have cartoony, you have anime, you have semi-realistic, and you have that fourth option. The fourth option? Randomize. You never know what you're getting on that one. Also, the semi-realistic one is the interesting one, because they're, like I said, somewhat realistic, like a little bit, but they're also kind of not. They have a very distinct style, and I do really like them too. There's also was an episode where they had an artist who did watercolor, and boy, were they so beautiful. Like, they were highly detailed, so a lot of work and passion was put into this project, and you can clearly tell all the detail that is put into these artworks and everything is amazing. And even though the voice acting can be a subpar at best, it is very nice to see the passion. Very nice to see the passion in everything, including voice acting, which is our next topic. The voice acting, like I said, is pretty subpar. However, there is still passion put into it, and it's very easy to tell. Twilight's voice actress is actually this person, and they also voice act Luna, and they do an amazing job at both. Something interesting to note, the OC insert and Discord's voice actor switches. Now, the OC insert switches a lot frequently into the series. First she sounds like Pinkie Pie, then she kinda sounds like a weird Twilight, and now she sounds okay at best. Discord's first voice actor was really good, like amazingly good, but I guess he grew out of the series, or grew up entirely, or completely has cut contact with the creator or something like that, because they changed his voice actor in the last episode, and he's okay. Unfortunately, he did have to sing, and he's okay at singing, but when he gets to them high notes, boy, do you see his voice crack. I'm sorry to say that. Now, everybody does a pretty decent job, but Pinkie Pie's voice actor sounds like a kid, and nothing against that entirely, but the mic that the kid's using is really, really bad, and you can tell because it is very much poor quality. However, like I said, they are a kid, so they probably can't get their hands on a really good mic. That is something to note about this voice acting. There are variations of mics, and if you are very sensitive to hearing like I am, it does bug you a bit. A couple of voice actors that I really liked. One was with the one with Fluttershy, obviously the beginning with Discord's. Celestia's is really good. I really love Celestia's. She sounds very calm and soothing with her voice. But also, whenever she's stressed out, she does sound genuinely stressed out. The voice actor who did Celestia, chef's kiss, 10 out of 10. Applejacks and Rainbow Dashes are okay, but, not the best, obviously. Applejacks sounds like they're trying to put on a country accent and not really doing a good job at it, unfortunately. And Rainbow Dash's mic is really horrible. Like, it's probably one of the worst mic qualities I've heard, and it's really sad because you can barely even tell it's Rainbow Dash, but it is enough to know, hey, this person's voice is very rough sounding, and I think it adds on to the mic, so it's okay. The mic does give it a little flavor, but it is definitely a bad mic. Maybe need to change that out. Now, originally, when I was thinking about looking back at this, I was gonna be like, oh, it's probably gonna be the worst thing on earth. I don't know why I would ever watch this. However, after recently watching it, I have to say it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Sure, it is rough around the edges. It's definitely not a masterpiece by any means, but it is pretty good. And it does a terrific job at capturing the emotion of losing things that we care about. And its message is pretty spot on. It's to kind of just not completely forget about the people we love, but to kind of move on for their sake, to try and find happiness elsewhere, instead of holding on to this never-ending depression. And I can't applaud it for that. I honestly really enjoyed watching it all over again. Sure, the songs aren't the best, and I'm not going to give them entirely a pass because they are really bad parodies. There were some that were good, but there were also a lot that were bad, and honestly, they could have done without all the song parodies. However, it is a very great passion project, and I cannot stress it enough. It is pretty good. And for this passion project to receive so many views, the first episode receiving millions of views, mind you, it is amazing, and I would love it to have more attention. Which is one of the main reasons why I made this video. Long time since we've ever had any subscribers compared to the creator. The last episode, I feel like if enough people hear about this and tell enough people don't go harassing the creator. Other people will be able to enjoy it as well. They've already received enough harassment. The last episode was a while ago, like a long while ago. And on top of that, that episode took a whole year to be made. And a lot of that had to do with the creator getting a new laptop. Please, for the love of God, do not go harass the creator over a series. It is not worth it. Please do not do that. If anything, enjoy what you have now, and just keep waiting until the next episode comes by. Every so often, you can ask the creator if it's ever going to be updated, and they more than likely will be happy enough to respond. But do not, and I repeat this, I do not condone any kind of harassment to anybody over a stupid series. Please do not do that. If you do that, you're a jerk. So, take that. And with that, that's the end of this video, and yes, thank you so much for watching. I know this is different from a lot of my other videos, which I usually just post art and animation, so if you are interested in that, please like and subscribe, and comment on what you think about this series. Have you ever seen this series? Did you ever watch it when you were a dumb kid like me? I want to know. Because I don't want to feel like I'm the only one who has seen the series. And it's funny because I told my sister about it and she was like, oh, yeah, that it was okay, I guess. She really did not enjoy it apparently, but I did, and I want to know if other people did exactly enjoy it and still enjoy it to this day. I might do more videos like these every so often because I do have a lot of ideas for more videos like these. If you do like this kind of format, let me know. I would be very interested into knowing, and if there's anything I need to fix, please also let me know about that. I will be willing to fix and listen to what you guys have to say. So yeah, that's it, I guess. If you do want commissions from me, go on Instagram. This is my Instagram. If you go on there and DM me, I will give you a commission of whatever you want. And yeah, that's all I have to say. My payment is through Cash App. For right now, I might get a PayPal eventually. Or a Patreon. I don't know. I might get those one day. Definitely not now. I'm not interested right now. So yeah. Bye-bye.